cobblestone streets in pale pink white. I was sitting in a book. They told me about ships.
So my man Larry over here is holding the new subcage that is made by Cocks Stuntparts, CSP. So this is the subcage that you can order online on his website, and you can throw it on, I believe, any Grom. But honestly, it's a pretty solid subcage. I mean, does it feel heavy?
Yes, it does, but you can tell it's definitely solid. So if you hit it and scraping, it's definitely not going to bend or really break. It's got a nice little foot plate here. The peg location looks pretty good, not too low, not too high. Probably pretty good for circles and stuff. But I'm ready to put it on. I don't know about you, bro.
Awesome. Sounds like a plan. So let's get her done.
First thing we're going to do is take off the seat. That's off. You can just throw it. That's good. But and then we're going to take these 4 bolts out right here. I don't know if you want to show them. So essentially it's really simple. There's 4 bolts right here. The holes are basically already there. You just take out the existing hardware, remove this, the old license plate and turn signal bracket, and bolt this in place. And you're basically ready to start scraping.
Perfect. So Larry's taking out these 4 bolts right now, which, as you saw 30 seconds earlier, it holds this license plate bracket that he's taking off. And of course he has a power tool, but if you got hand tools, I mean, it comes right off. And it's threaded into the license plate bracket, so it just comes right off.
So how simple is that?
And for this video purpose, we're just gonna be pretty straightforward and honest. We're probably never gonna run turn signals again on this Grom because we plan to like use it at the lot and just kind of like beat it up. But you know, for some of you guys that are going to use turn signals, I mean, we recommend not cutting it. As you can see, like the stock,
the pigtails are still there, so you could just plug right in or cut them off and twist them, solder them, whatever you want to do.
Perfect.
You know, a lot of street guys still need that functionality. We don't in this case.
Okay, so this is what we have here. So as you can tell, we took all those wires, we hid them, we zip tied it to the side of the Grom. Like, you can't even tell that it's been relocated. So we don't have turn signals, but like, who cares? Right. We took off the 4 bolts holding down the license plate bracket. So now, as you can see from this, that there are 4 holes on the subcage, which line up with these 4 bolt holes that are on the bottom of the battery tray, or the subframe, correct. So Larry has in his hands,
ta-da!
Yep, so we're gonna take those nuts, washers, and bolts. We're gonna line it up with these 4, and essentially, you're just gonna line these bottom 4 holes with the holes that are on your Grom, and as you noticed, it does not hit the exhaust. So if you have a stock, like, I believe it's 14, 15, and 16, right, that have the exhaust on the side. Mm-hmm. So if your exhaust is here, as you can see, it does not hit the exhaust. So you don't have to get a new exhaust. And if you obviously have one of the newer Groms, it's not even a concern for you, but that's freaking awesome because I didn't want to buy a new exhaust. So, you know, lots of props to Cocks Stuntparts for thinking of that. So thanks, Matt. But yeah, so we're gonna throw this thing on, and here we go.
All right, so take 2. We're gonna put the bolts in, and I found the nut, lost it. First one's in.
Sick. All right, guys, so my man Larry here is tightening these 4 bolts. As you can tell, are pretty obvious right there.
We're gonna do it in a cross pattern so it, you know, tightens down nice and evenly. A little bit at a time on each one.
And just to show you what's going on under here, like, he just has a bolt threading through, and then the... So Larry, what are we doing here?
So basically now I'm just going over everything by hand because I don't really trust the gun. I just want to make sure everything's snug and tight, so I know it's not going to fall the hell off when we, you know, do our first scrape or whatever. So you can feel that that's good. And we'll just go around to each one and just double check everything. All right, well, they're all tight.
Sick, easy peasy. So just like that, man, we got the subcage bolted on here. So
way better than this shit. Who wants to scrape that junk? It's gonna be way better, and it's so solid, dude. Looks so sick too.
So guys, let's do a quick walk around real quick. So it's literally, as you can tell, Larry, how long do you think that took us?
Honestly, if we were like not recording, I would probably say 5-minute installation, maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah,
so
so
in your driveway with simple hand tools, with a craftsman tool set. We did no drilling, no cutting, nothing. It was a direct bolt on. So for anybody that has a Grom 14 to 16, this is the easiest thing I probably ever put on it, and one of the best modifications. Because if you do go back too far, you're gonna break your tail light, you're gonna mess up your exhaust. This protects all that shit.
yeah, and check this out. So guys, just a quick walk around. So, I mean, I haven't done any modifications to the rear of my bike whatsoever. We brought it into this garage, what, bone stock, right?
Yep.
Bone stock. And this is just a direct bolt on, so the brake light, you didn't have to mess with it. What's even cooler is you can tell this is still the stock exhaust. It's right on there. So just a quick walk around. I got a little bit of oil right here. But you know, you can still see the brake light. Like, I'm standing right behind the bike. You can see the brake light. It doesn't block it. In addition to that, what's cool is I've seen some like sub cages without this little like step plate back here. So it's cool that he put the step plate because, you know, not everyone can be Gage Sutton and afford to have a hole in your Grom seat. So like, it's nice to be able to put your foot right there. It's good quality welds. I mean, I got motor oil on here, but you can see like it's a solid weld. It's a solid design. I mean, it's gonna hold up well. Plus you got my whole freaking hand can go onto this peg and you still have a ton of space left. And in addition to that, like I said, I forgot to bring the pucks because I'm an idiot. But if you have a puck here, that gives you a even longer extension. And in fact, the puck sticks out to like right about here. So your rear sets don't even hit the ground, which is
awesome.
Yeah.
On these, it's a huge problem. I literally just broke mine yesterday. These things snap off like it's going out of style. These are aftermarket ones, but the stock ones, literally, they're like made out of
garbage.
metal.
They're garbage.
Trash.
Yep. So this is awesome. And you know, I don't think we're really scared to loop this thing now.
One day I flew to the mission, saw the sky upside down. Our 7 sisters, they led the way, shared memories and set us on the